Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Whatever the time you watch this video. My name is Doan Andika Pratama, and I'm from I class. So today, I would like to tell you about ethics of public speaking, or basically, ethically manner in public speaking. So before we go further how to be a good speaker in ethically manner, we have to know about what is the ethics means first. So, the ethics is derived from the Greek word ethos, which means character. In public speaking, as in other areas of life, there are standards for ethical conduct. The goal of the public speaking is to gain a desired response from listeners. Speech making is a form of power and therefore carries with it heavily ethical responsibilities. And then, after we know the short definition about ethics of public speaking, so the next is how to be a good speaker in ethically manner. Maybe you guys want to be a good speaker but don't know anything about ethically manners. So this point is very important because this point will lead you how to be a good speaker like others. So the first point is make sure your goals are ethically sound, which means make sure why you are speaking. Are you trying to persuade your audience to adopt a certain viewpoint or consider a new idea? If it's so, you will want to make sure that you lead your audience to that belief point in an ethical manner. So, the best way to sound like you know what you are talking about is to know what you are talking about. After that, the second point is be fully prepared for each speech, which means either it is your material, your practice, or maybe your dress. It is important to know before you start your public speaking, because if you want to be a good speaker, you have prepared these things before. For example, your material. If you don't prepare your material before you start your speaking will be miserably bad. If you don't get used to be prepared with your material, maybe you will get nervous, maybe you will get blank brain, and then you get bad presentation in front of your audience. And the second is practice. Practice very important after the preparing your material, because without practice, we won't get used to be in front of the people. Maybe it's like a better good speaker, like talking to in front of a lot of audience. Maybe the best way you practice is in front of the mirror, or maybe in front of your friends. It is okay. And then the third is your dress. Your dress is very important because you don't want to be a bad looking in front of your audience. So the third point is be honest. Be honest in what you say, because honesty is an extension of the ethical goals of your speech. You cannot give assumption that cannot be trusted to your audience, because you will get disrespectful from your audience. It is okay if you give your assumption to your audience, if it is in the small scale of it, but in a big scale of audience, you won't get too used to it. And the last point is avoid name calling and other forms of abusive language. For example, if there is one person in your audience that interrupt while you are speaking, when you are delivering your material, or maybe while you give information to the audience, and then you get mad to it, you get angry to it, and then you use abusive language like racism or maybe like others, and then you cannot do that in your presentation, you cannot do that in your event. You will get disrespectful from other audience, and when you get disrespectful from your audience, the audience cannot be trust in you again. That's all my explanation about ethics of public speaking. I'm sorry if there are many mistakes in this video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.